Right. Hello. Good evening to you. Evening, audience. Nice to have some people here. So, as you can see, we're a bit thin on the ground today. We do have a couple of apologies, but it's possible that a couple of other councillors might turn up. Tim normally turns up a little late because of his work commitments. However, we do have apologies from Councillor Whitfield and Councillor Gardner, Paul Gardner, who's upstairs as we speak in a different meeting. Steve, are there other apologies that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Right. So, to consider and approve the minutes of the last meeting. Oh, declarations of interest. We do have to declare that we are the landlords of the football ground, and we do have some representation tonight on the men's shed, which is proposed to go on that site. So we'll sort of just make that known that we are the landlords of the football ground. Are there any other interests in relation to any of the other items? Nope. Okay. So the minutes of the last meeting, are you happy that these are signed? Yep. Thank you. I'll do that at the end. And item 5 on the agenda is to receive the chair's report. The one that's down here is petition for Tower Farm. I presume public, you are aware of what's proposed up on Tower Farm and Black Rock. 400 houses on Tower Farm, 100 down on Black Rock. And the schemes are both being discussed in social media and around the town. And the meeting upstairs is currently being held in relation to this. A report is being drawn up by two of the people involved who are upstairs, and it's a huge document and very, very detailed. I've only just printed off the contents and the first page. There's an awful lot involved in this: environmental arguments, strategic arguments, the actions, what you can do, and the bigger picture and supporting information. There is a petition, at least one, going around. I believe there's one public one and a smaller one, which is in relation to a deputisation going to Downing Street in due course. Is that correct? Do you know of any further information in respect to that?
Is there anything new that's come out from us that we don't know of?
I only got sent it today.
I
sent it yesterday.
That's why I'm asking.
Through it. It looks incredibly competent and detailed, and it flags some documents that we were aware of. I think the residents who put this together should be congratulated on all their work.
Thank you.
I agree, yeah. One or two of the issues are in relation to the designation of the land up there, which is following the current government's arrival a couple of years ago, put it into grey belt from green belt, which it was designated only in the 80s, as I understand, and the fact that the grey belt designation is being contested on various grounds, which I won't go into now, but it's all very detailed in this documentation. And the fact that it is agricultural land of quality, and notwithstanding the fact that it is a very sensitive site with the SSI of Western Bigwood and surroundings. So it's a very contentious development proposal, which hasn't yet come forward as an outline planning application, although, as you can see, there have been plans drawn up for the type of housing and the location of that 400 dwellings. Right. I think that's it. The only other item in relation to that, councillors, is that I have been asked to notify the meeting that under the National Planning Policy Framework, NPPF, the designation of that green belt into grey is being contested, and would we as a town council wish to add our name to it, so to speak, and right to write to the government along with other councils. Good. So we'll make sure that goes ahead.
Mike, the only thing to add to the Tower Farm issue is that we've now got dates for the hearing with the inspectors, and it covers a 4-week period beginning the 9th of November, and the town council needs to submit the statements for it 4 weeks before that.
Yeah.
That's what the meeting upstairs is all about.
Right. And this is in relation to the designation within the local plan of these blocks of land being designated as proposed housing development, along with other sites around North Somerset. Righty-ho. Agenda item 6 is the public participation. So one of you, all of you, wish to speak, please do come forward to this microphone. Press the green button. Yep, that'll be fine.
Name and number?
Yes, if you tell us who you are. And
Yeah, I'm John Vivian. I'm one of the trustees of Paul Zed's Men's Shed. We have been in existence now for a couple of years. We've been a charity since last November, and we are looking to place 3 shipping containers on a piece of land that the football club have allocated to us as the leaseholders to build our shed, our club. I spoke to Paul Gardner about whether the landowners, yourselves, would give us your authority as the landowners to use that piece of land, and that's why we're here this evening.
can you explain a little more about the 3 containers, how you
Yep.
propose using them?
Certainly, there's in a U shape, we're going to have 1 40-foot and 2 20-foot containers. One as a store, one as a workshop, and one as a communal area for gathering. Yeah, we're also going to have a wooden floor outside of the containers, so as we can get there, and a roof to keep the wonderful weather out.
So the 3 containers with the roof sort of going across.
That's right. Yeah.
Top of them.
Yeah.
And do you purchase these containers?
We will be purchasing them. We do need to get planning permission from North Somerset. So this is the first stage, if you like, in just as no point in going for planning permission if the council were not to authorise us to use it, as an example. We're getting a peppercorn lease from the football club. We've already started to look at a planning consultant to come and help us with the planning application. So we will be purchasing them, but there's no point obviously in purchasing them at the moment until we've got planning permission.
And of course, we're talking brownfield site, really, aren't we?
No, it's greenfield.
Oh.
That's
I thought it was sort of within the curtilage of their car parking area.
it's just behind their car parking area.
Okay.
And our planning consultant has said that's going to be one of the issues, is that it's greenfield.
Okay.
And we are now in a process of putting together evidence to try and persuade North Somerset Council that it's a good thing to do.
Well, no doubt we'll see you again and in due course when the planning application comes forward. Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay.
Some paperwork. It's a procedure of the planning.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You have a bit of blurb there about the men's shed.
Oh, I see. So this
has some photographs of the land. That's the part of the shed. That's the car park of the car park there. And the football club. You've got the 2 containers here from the Christmas lights.
Yeah, that's a storage, isn't it?
Bring out 1 40-foot container parallel with these and 2 20 feet coming out into a U shape. But I'll leave those with you so you can study them. Like that. But that's going to be the configuration like that. those are the two from the Christmas lights.
Yeah,
That we are 40-foot contained, and 220 feet coming out there.
with the canopy over the top.
The canopy over the top, and then a wooden saw underneath. So we have an area for socialising as well.
Yeah,
The 40-foot container would be the main workshop here. This one would be sort of a canteen, meeting room, and things like that for our members. And this one would be a storage area here for us as well.
sounds great. We'll come and join you.
More than welcome. More than
yeah.
welcome.
So you have several drawings there, several plans which are going on, and then you have at the back a plan site. So
Do you have to cut windows into the sides?
yes,
of
we're
the
going to cut window.
Yeah.
We're going to. Yeah, I'll show you that. The no, sorry.
Am I right in thinking you've
Right,
been
on the
looking for a
40-foot container,
location
we're going to have
for some time, or is
it
this
opens
the
at the
first
end
spot
here,
you've
but
come
that's going to be
across
difficult to work with. So we're going
I
to
still
put a
remember we
door
saw
in
something
here
up
on the
at
40-foot
Methodist
container.
Church.
Yes,
And a
that's
door
right. There
on the
was
side here,
a
20-foot
plan to
containers
put
as
a
well for easier
what,
access and easier
a shed there. Went through planning commission,
of the
and there were a number of objections.
Okay.
So it was
and then
rejected.
that's just the site.
Yeah, yeah. So
Can I ask?
There we go. All right,
Will this require a full services? You need power,
Okay.
I suppose.
So there's a number of questions.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. We did apply to have a men's shed up at the Methodist Church at Queen's Road, Redcliffe Bay.
Mm.
There were a number of objections. That was rejected. We chose not to appeal that because of the nature of the objections. And as soon as that actually happened, as soon as we made that decision to not appeal, the football club came available. Very,
So they offered it to you.
that's right. Yeah.
It's much better place, but
A much better place. We've also now, part of our lease, I think it's part of the lease that we will have with them, is we're doing repairs around the football club.
Fantastic.
So we've already, do you know the football club site?
Yeah.
There's a green at the back that's got a tiny little bridge to cross it, which was in bad disrepair. We've already repaired that. And there's a list of things that they want us to do to help just make the site better. Yeah. And as far as power is concerned, we're going to have some plug-in solar panels on top, and 3 batteries in the sheds, so as we can power whatever we're doing, but also have a portable battery that we can take elsewhere if we need it to use power tools.
great.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Mr. Vivian. Yeah.
Is that enough?
Yep, I think so. Councillors, we minded to support this, yeah?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
So
Yes.
Will there be like a formal, will you be formally writing in to request permission from the council as landlord, or what stage are you at?
Okay, so we would like to get authorisation from the council, so I can quite happily write to the council. Say, following this meeting, I think it'd be for us to proceed.
which we can take to full council
Yeah.
and get consent from full council, yeah. And I think the next council meeting is not that far away, is it?
Yeah, we might
Whenever.
have one coming up quicker.
One other point that so that would give us the authority from the town council to use the site. One of the things that our planning consultant has said is it would be good to get letters of support from residents, organisations around the town. Would the council be willing to do that, to give us a letter of support?
I'm sure, yes.
Yeah. I've got a draft template that I can send to you. So shall I send that to town clerk?
Mm-hmm.
Process is to go for the request to go to the town council
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
And then the letter, say you wanted to request permission and a letter of support.
Yes.
I can't see it being an issue, but it's as usual as bureaucracy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Just so as you know, we've written to our MP as well, asking for support, and he said he can't give us a letter.
You can't what, sorry?
Give us a letter of support.
Oh, I see, yeah. Right. Yep, thanks very much.
That's coming on, guys. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Mr. or Mrs. Poulton, would you like to be speaking on behalf of your planning application? Thank you. So, councillors, we're talking of the last of the planning applications here, 7 Brampton Way, 1305.
So yes, basically,
Mhm.
my wife and I bought the corner plot, 7 Brampton Way. We moved back in February. We moved from Norfolk Road, specifically because it's got a section of land next to it. It's like a little triangle. We were told that we could extend onto that land. We've since found out that a historical issue that we've now become aware of is that land is private amenity land, because the whole estate was open plan originally, and the original owner didn't take the opportunity to make that residential when he was given the opportunity back in the 70s. He just did the back garden. So basically our planning application is to change the designation of that land to residential garden so that we can then extend. Part of the application is also to erect a 6-foot fence, slightly set back from the boundary, to enable us to then plant a hedge in the future, to enable our children to have a large family garden. Essentially, we've got an 18-month-old boy who just doesn't stop and needs somewhere safe to blow off steam, and a 5-year-old daughter who's just desperate for a climbing frame. So basically.
Thank you. And when I came to see you and spoke to you, you told me that there have been other examples of this having been done around the estate,
Yes.
that the precedent had already been set.
Yes, yeah, we're probably one of the last corner houses to do this. Unfortunately, all those other corner plots, the previous owners or the current owners took that opportunity in the 1970s, just after the estate was built, to change the destination of the land. And yeah, we're just doing it a little bit behind everybody else.
And since February, when you bought the property, have you ever seen members of the public using the land?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's another triangle, of course, isn't there, between the Forester Road and the footpath.
Yeah.
And the fence, which I also asked you about, in relation to you planting a hedge, which eventually will probably negate the fence being there, or at least hide it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would advise not to put in the fact that we were going to add a hedge, because then we might need to add a planting scheme. Something our architect suggested not to do. Maybe that was right, maybe that was wrong, I don't know, but we fully intend on hiding the fence with a hedge as soon as we can, really.
Questions from either of you? We'll come to the planning application in a minute, then we'll bring it up to the top of the agenda.
Just so I understand it, you've bought that plot of land?
No, so it's difficult. It comes with the house, so it's on our planning. It's called land registry. It's on land registry, so it's already part of our property. But it's just the designation of that triangle. Yeah, prevents us from building on it, because technically, historically, it's private amenity land. But everyone that we've spoken to, quite older residents in the area, have always known that that was garden for 7 Brampton Way. It's just something we've come across, unfortunately.
I haven't looked in the last few days, but are there any public objections to this?
No comments at all.
No comments online.
It's not clear how wide.
No, I couldn't see any, to be honest.
How widely have they consulted? Do the neighbours know about your application?
I believe the local residents have been contacted. I I mean, we've struggled to get information from North Somerset Council. It took a long time for them to come back to us to tell us with the original application that the land, we couldn't build on it. We had to put in a full planning application. So then the full planning application took a long time for it to get verified. So I mean, the first we heard that it was being discussed here was when Mr. Johnson, came round and knocked on my door the other day. So we haven't heard much about it from North
So
Somerset.
there wasn't a notice sort of put up on the.
They haven't sent us anything.
It's just quite often on the planning portal, or Somerset say how many people have been consulted. So commonly with applications, the neighbours receive letters just saying this is going ahead.
Yeah.
And it looks like none of that's happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. Yeah, it was David Ditchett that we were told was handling the application. But again, our architect, who's like the intermediary, hasn't heard anything from them in about what, a week and a half, I think. Yeah.
You mentioned Councillor Burden. Has he been in touch with you recently then in respect to this planning, this application?
I contacted him when we were struggling to get it verified. I think he emailed, then forwarded on I emailed Peter, and then he forwarded that on to David, and all of a sudden it got verified. And then we haven't heard anything else. And when I spoke to Peter, he said normally he keeps a wide berth from planning applications.
Well, of course, he has the authority to pull them into, P&R if he wants to, if it's contentious or if he feels unhappy about it, which presumably he's not done.
He spoke to David, I think, when we did the householder application. That's where all this private amenity land title came about. Came up, and that's from that conversation. That's when David said, "Look, put in a full planning application. You need to change the designation of the land as part of the extension plans."
Right. Further questions? Have you seen the planning application?
No, let's see.
It's 3D. Yes.
Well, I wouldn't have any objection, I don't think, on what's proposed. I'm a bit concerned about this change to the designation of land. That seems to be the biggest problem here. Is that right?
Well, I think you're probably correct, but yes, the designation of the open amenity land has changed in some respects because some people have built on these triangles, one being over the road, I believe, isn't it? Further up Brampton, on that side of Brampton, someone recently put a big concrete wall around there, block wall, painted it black, and so it's pretty awful.
There's a precedent for this. So how?
Yeah.
What is it that we can do to help change this? Should we agree to?
Well, the application is here. The wording such as proposed change of use of existing amenity land to residential garden and erection of a single story wraparound side rear extension with attached double garage. So are we happy to mind that we don't have an objection to that come through?
I'd first just like to be sure that neighbours have been consulted about it. There's no evidence that that's the case, and I think in principle it looks fine, but there's no evidence on the site that neighbours have been given a chance to comment on it. But I can see
subject to.
Yeah.
Okay. Subject. So no objections, subject to the response from any neighbours that may or may not have been contacted.
Yeah, I think we should contact North Somerset and just find out exactly what their process has been in terms of informing people living in the locality about the change.
So there's no signage on the stuck to the lamppost or anything outside?
They haven't sent us anything. I mean, I've gone similar process. I work at St Catherine's over the road, doing plan application for solar panels, and they sent me that printout. So I know the process, but I wasn't sent the printout for this for my house.
It's very strange. isn't
Literally
it?
just a letter just saying you've been, you know, the application's been verified. There's no further information.
And for many of the applications that we see and we're going to go through, it says, you know, 5 neighbours consulted or 20 neighbours consulted, and I can't see anything on here just saying that they've let people know.
Right.
I think it's just important for
Yeah.
local residents to
Yeah,
have had an
absolutely.
chance
Yeah,
to
Sure.
voice concerns.
Yeah.
Okay. We're in favour of that. I mean, all three of us, yeah. Subject to. Right,
Thank you
fine.
very much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down. Okay. So as you can see, the chaps have gone, so do feel free to leave us, but thanks for coming. Well, we don't make decisions. North Somerset made the decisions. We just make observations and such like. So you'll hear presumably in due course from North Somerset. We get a list, as you can see on the agenda, of what gets approved and refused. Okay,
Cheers.
thanks for coming. Bye-bye. Right, so back to the agenda, which is 1532. Full application 300 Down Road, demolition of the existing single-storey porch, extension and raised terrace, and proposed erection of a new raised terrace to the rear and associated alterations. Any comments? I didn't have an objection to this one.
No objections on mine.
Okay. Proposed, seconded, yeah, fine. 24 Contoc Road, 1509, full application, proposed erection of a single-storey rear extension, expansion of existing rear dormer, installation of roof lights, conversion of an existing detached garage alongside the expansion of front hardstanding and vehicular access. Again, I had no issues with that one. A number of the properties on that channel facing section of Quantock have done similar things, big dormers at the rear and such like, to obviously pick up on the views that they have.
No objections.
No objections. 1491, full 40 Drake's Way, proposed erection of a single-storey rear extension with a balcony above and raised rear decking, expansion of existing front hardstanding. More or less, as far as I could see, this was a replacement of the existing wooden balcony and such like with what they're proposing. So I have no objection to this. Nope. Martin?
Can't see a problem with that.
Right, thank you. No objections, Sam. 1477 LDP, 10 Charlcombe Rise, certificate of lawful development with the demolition of the existing external timber frame balcony and access steps to rear elevation and replacement with new build external balcony and stairs with timber and steel frame and glazed panels.
Doesn't overlook anybody, does it, that ends? Or does it?
No, and again, it's sort of replacing what's been there for what, 20 years, I guess, if it's since they built the properties.
No objection, no.
Yeah, fine, no objection around. Next one is 1454, full application for Unit 2747 Business Park, Old Mill Road. Temporary change of use for a defined trial period of 5 years of an existing warehouse, Class B8, to a small indoor sports recreation facility, a pedal court. Installation of glazed entrance behind the existing roller shutters. So as we know, this is all in private hands, units that we would one day perhaps wish to see being replaced with dwellings, amongst other things, as it's now part of the railway quarter rather than the external edge of Portishead as it was when it was constructed way back. So, any comments in relation to this? I believe it's a very popular sport these days.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Hardly any change, obviously, on the outside. 1483 HZ1, a new one for us, Redcliffe Bay Fuel Depot Down Road. Application seeks a new hazardous substance consent for tanks 1, 2, and 3, together with a variation with the existing hazardous substances consents to permit the storage of jet fuel, SAF, and or a synthetic blending component in tanks 1 to 11, and the continued storage of associated refined aviation slops in tanks 14, 15. So in what I understand, it's basically bringing in the remaining tanks, 1, 2, and 3, which weren't being used, which I think means the whole tank farm is virtually full of aviation fuel.
Yeah.
As part of.
all the protections are in place for.
Oh, I think so, definitely, yeah. And as we know, it's sort of the Exelum pipeline runs through Tower Farm on its way to various airports around the place. So.
No objection from me.
Anything online on that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously really complex and outside our skills to judge, really. But one, and they've consulted with 89 residents, and there's been just one comment put in, which I think are completely reasonable questions, asking the applicants to supply the safety data sheet and maximum on-site quantity for the synthetic blending component, a comparison of the proposed total tank inventories and existing consents, fire explosion spill and air quality assessments, any changes to road tanker and pipeline operations, and the site emergency plan. So this person isn't objecting, they're neutral, they're just seeking more information, which I think is completely reasonable.
Yes, yes, sounds very reasonable.
They do hold I think 3 yearly emergency exercises to practice evacuation, or what to do if something goes wrong on site, and the last one was in 2025. But I guess as a town council we should just seek assurance that all residents are kept up to date with the site emergency plans and what they should do if they hear whatever alarm sounds there, and the person who submitted these comments to have their questions answered.
Yeah, that's a fair enough point, yes.
Well, that was my concern, really, whether all the protections were in place. Oh, sorry. That was my concern, whether all the protections were in place, and if people need to be told about it, then can we say no objection subject to that?
Yeah, we'll pick up on the fact that there have been online questions raised, and we would consent to those being endorse those. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right. 1423, full application for Wood Close, Woodlands Road, proposed erection with a single-story rear extension. I like this one. I thought it was an attractive extension proposal, very much in keeping with part of the other section of the house. The lounge came out in the same style. It was not affecting anyone in relation to people living around. No objection? Good, thank you. Yeah, I think it does. No, not at all. 1408 NMA, non-material amendment to application 1497, demolition of the existing single story. This is at 54 Conference Avenue. And proposed erection of a replacement 2-story rear extension to reduce the extension from 2-story to a single-story with a lean-to roof design alongside the retention of the original internal layout. So dropping it down from 2-story to 1-story. And again, I had no objection to this one. David? Martin?
Look, there's no objection, is there, on this one?
I'm happy with that.
Most unusual, isn't it? Usually the other way around. So
Yeah.
Can't see a problem with that at all.
Right. 1377 AOC, land to the rear of 69 South Road. Now, in fact, this isn't really on South Road, it's on the road leading up to the Tump, isn't it? What's the name of the road there? The little estate up there, requested to discharge condition 3, which is in relation to construction method statement and the surface water draining and the walling and roofing materials on application 241941, which got approved. So it's just really construction details in relation to they're obviously starting the process of building it, because I wasn't started the last time I went up there.
Okay, no objections.
Good. So we'll skip the next one temporarily and just finish off the small one, which is 1323, full application, 14 Portland Drive, proposed erection of a single-story flat roof rear extension. I had no objection to this. No.
And the neighbour supports this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we just going back to 7 Brampton Way?
Yes.
I've just noticed that 7 people were consulted on that application.
Oh, right.
So I've looked again at the detail of comments, and so I think we can be assured that people locally know about it, even if no poster was put up on a signpost. So I think we can just remove that. Yeah.
Okay.
Remove that condition.
Because in fact, being on the end of the terrace with this piece of land adjacent, there's a neighbour on the other side which won't get affected. And then, of course, you've got quite a large road gap between the properties over the road. Okay, well spotted, David. Thank you. So we come to 1357, a full application for the land south of Clevedon Road, which is the erection of 36 dwellings and the creation of access, public open space, landscaping, supporting infrastructure and associated works. So this is now the full application, which we were aware of coming in due course, following a meeting with the proposed developers back a few months ago. I've discussed it with other councillors. We feel quite happy about it. Roger has raised the point, and he'd like me to raise it here, that he feels that the allocation of affordables should be increased from 1/3 to 1/2, up to 50%. The designation of the properties, which I did have written down, is I think 8 1-bedrooms. Right in here. Got where I wrote it now. Yeah, 8 1, 4 2s, 8 3s, 12 4s, and 4 5s. So, looking at the plans, of course, that would mean rejigging some of the properties.
Of course it will.
So yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's disappointing that they haven't reached the 50% affordable homes.
Do we know whether that is what it should be?
Well,
I had thought North Somerset's target was higher than the national average, but it wasn't as high as 50%. But I thought it was 40%, but I can't be certain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. But agree, it would be nice. I mean, we can refer to our neighbourhood plan that says that Portishead doesn't need more 4 and 5 bedroom houses. What we're short of are the smaller affordable houses.
Sure.
But there's always, I think, a tension in building new developments to get enough profit to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But I think we should point out that our neighbourhood plan says that we've got enough 4 and 5 bedroom properties, and we prefer to see a great proportion of affordable houses, if that's in keeping with North Somerset's allowance.
But of course, it could be argued that demographically, it makes more of a mix in terms of
yes, it's
3, 4, 5 bedroom, and having just the 4, 5 bedrooms, which are primed positioned as you would expect them to be. But it's a tricky one, isn't it?
It is a bit. But,
let North Somerset decide.
Well, thank you. But apart from that, it's not a bad site at all, is it? Really, it could have designed reasonably well.
No, I think we as a town council felt that this was an appropriate place to have a small development, and that it wasn't incurring issues, or certainly nothing on the scale of what's proposed at the tower. So yeah, we felt that it was good infill on that stretch of road.
Do you want to report that comment in terms of
Roger's
number
comment?
of- yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, so that's the planning applications. We have a number of tree works. I won't go through them all. Do you wish to make any comments in relation to any of them?
No, none at all. But the ones I've looked at all, they need to be done, don't they?
Well, I felt the same, and yeah, I felt the same. I mean, clearly these trees do need managing, don't they? And
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
crowning and lopping off the odd limb and things is necessary. Late planning applications, there were two, which came through to my attention today, which I don't have. Well, we can find them. They were quite small. Do you want to defer them? Or you have? Yeah. Can you remind me of what they were? Because I felt personally we could probably deal with them.
Ridge Close. What would you say?
David.
Sorry. 19 Ridge Close. Proposed erection of a single-storey rear extension with a flat roof, which would extend beyond the rear wall of the original house by 3.6 metres. It's been on North Somerset's register for 10 days now. No objections. It looks okay to me. So if others have seen it and made a judgment, I think we could say it's okay.
Okay, we'll go for your word.
No objection from me. It seems fine.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
And the other one is 67 Hillside Road. Proposed erection of single-storey rear extension, expansion of rear patio, alterations of front fenestration and replacement of balcony balustrade from metal to glass. That was validated on the 30th of July, so it's been up on their portal for 5 days now.
Okay.
5 or 6 days. And there were no comments when I looked a couple of hours ago, and I was happy with this.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Martin, did you have any comments?
No, it seemed fine to me.
Right.
It's not causing anybody any hassle, is it? I don't think there's no objection, is there? From
No, I think what we've done, this has only been up on the portal for 5 days now.
yeah.
So what we could say is, assuming that there are no public objections that we would need to consider, we're happy for it to proceed.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. We'll leave it like that.
Just looking back at this affordable homes target for North Somerset, I think it's 30%. So if it's 40% of that application, it's higher than the 30% target.
Well, it depends where you want to draw the line, doesn't it? I mean, it's 8 ones, 4 twos. So that's 12. So it's about a third. If it's 36.
I'll make a note of that.
I think that's the case. I'm just scanning through their strategy.
So they're within guidelines.
Yep.
So we'll make a note of Roger's comment, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to get changed.
It's a nice place for the students from Gordano School of Art and Colours.
Well, it might have a bearing on that, yeah, which will be, let's just hope they don't all go into the estate and deal with it. Right, so yeah, we've got the list there for the North Somerset approvals and refusals. Yeah, a couple of refusals. Item 11 then on the agenda, which is highway improvement form submission. Traffic calming measures have been requested to reduce speeding in the Wood Hill area. So David, I know that you've got a couple of comments in relation to this, including a typo, which you pointed out earlier.
So this is submitted by a resident on behalf of a resident of Woodhill Road on behalf of others living in the Lake Grounds area. And it reflects, I think, long-standing concerns of residents on Woodhill Road of speeding along that stretch of road. Increased traffic flow of the road is also as a result of new build in the Vale, not the Vale, towards the end of Woodhill Road. There's just more traffic on that road as a result of the Royal Hotel and new housing nearby. There've been a few cats that have been killed along Woodhill Road recently. And so they're looking for traffic calming measures on Woodhill Road. We mentioned in the first paragraph there's similar measures on Slade Road, but I think that should be Nor Road rather than Slade Road, would also be beneficial and had been requested previously. And as well as traffic calming measures, a request to reduce the speed limit to the Lake Grounds roads and Nor Road and Woodhill Road to 20 miles an hour. Currently, the High Street 20-mile-an-hour zone ends halfway up Cab Stand and it goes up to 30. In fact, many cars going up Nor Road go way above that. Many cars on Woodhill Road go above that, and so there are there's also a request to shift that 20-mile-an-hour zone higher up towards the Windmill Pub, and thereby it would include all the Lake Grounds roads. Particular concerns, frightening environment for residents. Parked cars are frequently hit. As I mentioned, 3 cats on Woodhill Road have been killed by reckless drivers. There was a collision on Nor Road about 5 weeks ago now, 26th of June. So this is a kind of all-embracing request, but driven by Woodhill Road residents for traffic safety and calming measures and a reduction of the speed limit in the Lake Road areas.
Part of what you discussed has been on the cards for a very long time and been on that register, hasn't it, in relation to the lower part of Cab Stand?
Indeed.
And yeah,
yeah,
and the extension of the 20-mile-an-hour limit.
Indeed, specifically Slade Road up to, so from Cab Stand up to the Windmill Pub. This is now more specifically relating to all the Lake Grounds roads. I think this is, I think, the 3rd or 4th request we've had from different residents. I remember in the last year, one from a Slade Road resident. There's the Nor Road request that went in 2 years ago. Yeah, no, so this is about the 3rd request we've had from people in that sort of area. So I should declare a conflict of interest because I live in the Lake Grounds area.
I was just going to ask you this, as a resident of both Woodhill previously and now where you are, do you feel that some of these issues are a bit cyclical, that they tend to come and go? You know, the boy racers will move on and there'll be a lull and then another batch will come in. I mean, how do you feel in relation to all the years you've been around?
It's certainly been my observation that these things, the sort of boy racer issues down on the seafront are cyclical. It's also the case that it's probably been worse in the last few months than it has ever been, having lived in that sort of area for about 25, 30 years now. In terms of the speeding drivers, I think that's been a long-standing concern. And again, there's a sense that's got worse. It got better during COVID. There's a sense that it's got worse now. It's often worse in the summer months. But that reflects a different group of the population. It's residents commuting into work, some residents commuting into work, as well as the kind of people speeding to get home. And there've been a variety. There are speed bumps on Lake Road, speed bumps on the seafront, and there are a variety of different measures that could be taken, including speed bumps, including changes in the street architecture, chicanes. And at the next Community Matters, we've got a paper coming up about the Town Council purchasing a portable speed indicator device as another approach. Reading the Department of Transport guidelines from 2007, it seems the most effective approach is speed bumps, but they're not popular with all residents. So yeah, in short, it is a long-standing problem. That I think the sense of everyone, all the residents I've spoken to, is it's worse. Both the kind of boy racers doing circuits of the lake grounds and people speeding down North Road to get to work. And separately, Tim Snaden, my fellow town councillor and also district councillor for the ward, has been concerned about the lack of signage along North Road, indicating that it should be a 30-mile-an-hour limit. Whilst we want it brought down to 20, the signage is poor there, and many people think the speed limit is actually 40 or 50 miles an hour. So he's been calling for greater clarity. The North Road issues are in the pipeline with North Somerset, but there's no guarantee they'll get done.
Okay. Thank you, David. Yeah. Okay. So that's ongoing at the moment then in relation to the submission for that highways request, such like it. Right. I'll just point out that one of on the list of North Somerset's decisions, 0300 EA1 rather, and that is the land at Tower Farm, and they have determined that an EIA is not required, which I think is also being contested, which I think again is part of the discussion going on upstairs.
Should we vote on this?
On the highways?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think Tim would need to sign it. And I suppose the other question is, as a resident of the area in Circle and Hish, do I have conflict of interest?
Personally, I don't think you do, because why shouldn't you, as a resident of the area, have a common and a feeling about what you have to endure sometimes? I wouldn't have thought.
I wouldn't have thought there's an issue.
No.
If you're happy, I'd support it then.
Yeah. Me too.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Just Steve, that was go to Tim for sign off. And if we could change the Moor Road.
Slade Road to North Road, yeah. Fine. Right, councillors, Wednesday, the 2nd of September is the next meeting. So there we go. I will close the meeting. Thank you very much. Thanks very much, Steve.